everybody, Liz here from The Ride Life. I'm a physical therapist and avid mountain biker. Today we're going to talk about fear and some things that you can do for it that help you to be able to jump a log jump, to be able to ride some routes, to be able to conquer some fears out there on the trail. I'm going to give you 3 main tips for it. Let's get to it. So, first things first. I think that a lot of us have an idea that we need to be perfect at everything. We should be able to already jump. We should be able to already do everything that's out there. We should be a perfect mom. We should be a perfect husband. We should be perfect at everything. And life's not that way. And I feel that on a mountain bike, especially for us ladies, that it's an allowance to not be perfect. Being perfect in our society is something that's kind of it's judgment for us. Like, we need to eat right all the time. We need to work out right all the time. I should be able to be a mom. But a lot of times we don't give ourselves the ability to ask for help or tips and tricks of how to work through some of these things. And so being able to say you have fear to do something it's kind of like I have a problem with here. And a lot of times mountain biking, especially for us ladies, we can actually take a clinic and we don't get judged. When's the last time that somebody said they went to marriage counseling and they didn't get that kind of like, I wonder what's going on with them type of thing? It can be just normal. It's life. I'll also, working with your mental health status, a lot of the tips that I'm going to give you can help cross over many things and also cross over to life. Life doesn't have to be that you have to do everything perfectly. It's actually quite the opposite. None of us are perfect. And so being able to use these 3 different tricks that I'm going to teach you is very nice and very opening in that, like, that you don't have to be perfect, that you can be fearful of an area on the trail, but also ways to get through it. So let's get down to it. One of the first tips that I'm going to tell you is going out there with somebody who can give you support, who can give you a little bit of idea actually how to do it. So a little background from me is I went out to this one area on a trail that's local to me, and there was this log jump. The first time I did it was like a year and a half ago or so, and I kind of hit my butt. I kind of didn't go off it too well. It's kind of like a 2-foot drop, and the log that sends off is a little bit of a kicker. And so my back tire came up. I didn't have the right skills, and I kind of bumped up my butt. I didn't crash, but I almost seemed like I was going to. And so ever since then, I had rode around this, making excuses every time I went down the trail of why I didn't want to do it. So my husband and I went out, and we didn't have anywhere we needed to go. I didn't have any patients I needed to see later that day, and we sessioned it. And so one of the first tips that I'm going to have for you is being out there with somebody who can support you. I knew that my husband was there for me. I knew that he was supporting me. I could take as much time as I wanted to. I didn't feel rushed at all. And I knew that, and I watched him do it a couple of times as well. So I knew what it looked like to actually achieve it, and then I was able to go and do it myself with his support and his kind of like groundingness. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is about your expectations. So this one kind of sounds a little funny, but it's what do you expect to come out with? So if I had expected to go off that log jump and to crash, then it probably would not have been a good thing. I needed to have a positive expectation about what was going to happen if I tried it. What was going to actually occur? Was I just going to get my pump right, sail off the jump or sail off the log drop and land perfectly and go? That's what I had in my brain. But it's something that has taken me a while to kind of realize that part. I needed that expectation. I needed the skills to be where I could give myself that expectation. And so walking back up to the top so I could get some speed to come down the trail, I was visualizing what it meant and what it looked like and felt like to actually go off that jump and to land perfectly and just feel that kind of smoothness through it. I was thinking about that. I was expecting that. So then whenever I started to go down the actual trail, that's what I had in my brain. So that was number 2, expectations. It's a lot harder than what you would think. Number 3, breathing. So if I couldn't calm myself down, if I couldn't take those deep breaths, if I couldn't calm, then I knew that I wasn't going to be able to actually do the drop correctly. I knew that it wasn't going to turn out well because I was too anxious about it. I was too upset. And if you can't calm yourself down, then you're not actually expecting the right things, and you don't have somebody who supports you with you. And you don't think that you're actually going to do it. Because if you think that you're going to do it correctly, then you can calm yourself down. You can have that sense that it's actually not fear. It's a conquering of it. And so being at the top, before I went down, for my first of many attempts that I did great at, I calmed myself. Each time I was up there, each time before I went down, lowered my heart rate, set my expectations right, and knew it was going to be great. So those are our 3 different ones. We had one where you're out there with somebody that supports you and that can give you some tips and tricks. 2, your expectations. What do you think is going to actually happen? What do you think is going to occur? Can you make it a positive thing? And then 3, are you able to calm yourself? Calm your brain, calm your body. And you should be able to use breathing to help with that. I hope that these tips help you out there on the trail. And know you don't have to be perfect all the time. I am not. This log jump had plagued me or been something that I was scared of for a while. Not for any reason. It's not like I crashed there, but it was more scary to me. I'd done things that were harder, and this was just something that stuck out in my brain. It's okay. There's the next step now. There's the next thing that I'm working towards. And the same thing goes for life. I'm not the perfect wife. I'm not the perfect daughter. There's other issues. I don't clean up after myself. I put the dishes in the sink instead of in the dishwasher. You know, there's things during our life that it's okay not to be perfect on. And know that that's okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you like this video or want to see other videos, hit subscribe or like. And also comment below if you have anything that you are fearful about or that you're concerned about, or if these tips actually helped you. There's a couple girls in my ladies mountain biking group that used it and they've done more things with it. They've actually conquered things on the trail. So use these tips, and I hope you have a wonderful day riding. Bye everybody.